On this video, I'm going to show you something that will cost you virtually nothing, will build stronger relationships and customer loyalty, and has a guaranteed 100% open rate. So buckle up and let's get started. So I'm going to show you 3 simple steps that you must follow in order to make this a success. And if you really want to take it to the next level, stick around to the end because I have a 4th strategy that is basically going to make you want to sort of hit your head and figure, like, why didn't you think of this first? What am I talking about? I'm talking about simple thank you cards. So let's jump into the 3 simple steps. I'm going to tell you, number 1 is they've got to be simple. And I'm going to say almost ugly. I'm going to say that these wouldn't be the cards that you might think to pick as your first choice. But understand this, there's a couple of tricks here that you can take advantage of. And I'm going to show you this, and here's a quick look at Amazon, or you could do the same at your local office supply. What you're trying to do is stick into this 3x5 range, because I see a lot of them are being now printed in the 4x6 and bigger. But here's the critical thing that you want to know. You want to take advantage of this. Do you realize that in America today, from every household in America, they receive between 0 and 3 of these, I'm going to call it an invitation size envelope. It's just not that common. And you're going to exploit that strategy by getting to the top of the pile of your customer's mail. Important tip number 2 is they have to be no advertising. And that's a deal killer. You cannot include any of that with any of your thank you cards. Look, I talk to shop owners virtually every day, and in most cases they'll tell me, oh yeah, we've got this great thank you card. It's a big card and it tells everybody we do tires and we do this. This isn't a billboard. You don't want that type of thank you card. You're looking to maintain this small, simple thank you card. It's a personal message from you to your customers. So that's what you're trying to exploit here. You're trying to be sure you keep it that way and you don't make any mention of anything else in your thank you card. Number 3, the simple thing you have to do is it's got to stay handwritten. And I'm going to tell you now, I hear it from repair shop owners all the time. I can't write well, I don't like writing, or my handwriting is too messy. Then have somebody else do it for you. Whether that be a significant other, maybe it's someone in your shop, maybe you have to hire a kid to come in and do this. You just want to be sure that this is handwritten and hand addressed on the outside. And to add to this, you've got to use a live stamp. You don't use any of those prepaid or the indicia or any of that. This is a live stamp because this is coming from person to person. So why is all this important? Well, let me put it to you this way. Every person has somewhere in their home that they keep these types of cards, whether it be birthday, anniversary, get well, or any of that. They have a spot in their home, and that could be the mantle, that could be who knows where. But they do that, and they have that special spot, and you want your thank you card to hit that spot. If your thank you card is a postcard that says, hey, we do tires and we do this, that's not acceptable. That is a deal killer. So now that we've got a hand addressed live postage stamp, I'm going to add to this. Right now, you want to keep the actual writing inside the card pretty simple. You just want to use the word trust in a simple statement, like a simple thank you for the trust you placed in us for your last service, and then signed by you. Nothing else. No, hey, don't forget to come back and see us. None of that. There is absolutely never, ever, ever any offer included with this thank you card. And often I get questions. Repair shop owners often tell me that, oh, we send them an email or we send them a digital card. Understand this. There is a real value in this small thank you card. Number one is that small thank you card is often viewed far more valuable than an email or a phone call. They show that you actually took the time out of your busy day to show your appreciation. Secondly, sending thank you cards for your business shows your shop's appreciation of that person's affiliation and establishes stronger relationships for both new and existing customers. And it makes your customers feel that someone appreciates them enough to take the time to write a thank you card. Thirdly, while it's obvious that sending digital thank you cards is quicker, most etiquette experts, I'm not calling myself an etiquette expert, I got this off Google, most etiquette experts will advise you to continue the tradition of handwritten correspondence. Thank you cards are more thoughtful than an email or a phone call, as they show somebody that you took the time out of your busy day to give appreciation. Moreover, small business owners like small repair shops, thank you cards for customers are a great gesture of how highly you value their business relationship. And let's face it, maintaining that business relationship is huge. I've said it countless times in other videos that over 68% of your customers leave your repair shop because they think you don't care. So why don't you do this and start out with a simple thank you card? Look, I've shown you some details. I'm sure you've seen them at the office supply stores you go to. There's countless of them on Amazon, and I'm not saying that you have to use one or the other. I'm just suggesting that the small 3x5 is an envelope that your customers see less than 3 times a year. So you almost guarantee that when they pick up their mail, it's going to the top and it's going to get open. At the start of this video, I told you there was a fourth strategy, and you're going to want to stick around for that. I'm going to show you right now, because when you see this and put it all together, you're going to sort of like hit yourself in the head thinking, why didn't you think of this first? That's why you follow me. Anyways, let's get into it. You want to guarantee that that card gets opened? Just add a couple of different candies. Look, you can even mention it in your note. Hey, these are my favorites. But it's something simple, and you can simply just use 1 or 2, and that is now going to take that envelope to a bulky envelope, and I guarantee you that bulky envelope goes to the top of the pile, and that's going to get open. I guarantee it. So just as a quick refresher, number 1, keep your cards simple, and I call it almost ugly. You're not looking to, send somebody a really fancy card. That's not the point. The point of the matter is you sent them a thank you card. I prefer to use the ones that are the smaller 3x5s. They just seem to get better attention because most people see less than 3 of those a year. Number 2, no advertising. There's no quick, come back in for a service, or even if there were skipped jobs on the invoice, this isn't the time and place to do it. But I will tell you, I have shop owners I work with that started doing this, and the stories kept going on and on. So many times people would call up to say thank you for the thank you card, and then say, you know what, I just remembered I got this other card that I got to get in. This isn't the intention of it. And no postcards like, hey, we sell tires. That is a deal killer. Number 3, it's got to be handwritten. We talked about that. It's got to be hand addressed and a live stamp. This isn't the place to start using cheaper postage. It's got to be a live stamp, and it's got to be handwritten inside. No fancy computer fonts that are like handwriting. It's got to be handwritten, and you've got to sign it. That's a deal killer. You've got to have your signature and handwritten. If you want to add number 4 here by just throwing the odd candy in, that's going to guarantee you the person's got lumpy mail, which always gets opened. And secondly, that's going to keep that small card on top of their mail. So you're going to want to get into this and start doing this now. And why do you want to get doing this now? Because everyone's so freaking out about getting digital and all that stuff. I can't guarantee you're going to see a digital ad, but I can guarantee that if I get this small postcard sent to your home or your mailbox, you're going to, number 1, open it because you've only seen less than 3 of those a year. Number 2, if you make it lumpy or you add a candy inside, You virtually guarantee you're on the top of the pile and you're going to get open. Stay away from the advertising. You want this thank you card to hit that shelf where customers keep all their birthday, anniversary, all those different cards. You want your thank you card to hit that. So all you have to do right now is, number one, get your Amazon account going and order those, or if you go to your local office supply store. And secondly, YouTube tells me that you want to see this next. So thank you very much for taking some time out of your day. I'm Matthew, the Car Count Fixer. Don't forget to hit subscribe. If this video showed you something that you maybe weren't thinking about and you can see how you can use this in your repair shop, go ahead and hit that like button. That'd be really good. Or better yet, hit subscribe. I show you things all the time that you can start doing immediately. I'm Matthew, the Car Count Fixer. Can't wait to see you on the next video. Take care. Talk real soon.